cash, look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper, had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me, bet on my bacon. Big it flat in the bacon, I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'm gonna need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can. Yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma stab no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with a beat. Dripping from the. No, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. Ferragamo stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presents in an envelope. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Pictures in the penny hoe.
Go ahead and empty your pockets. I don't do that. In my prison, you do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get nasty.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
They call a podcast Poppy. King goes, I see they trying to copy.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lawrence Guy forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Well, the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
out of the shotgun. Here's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there of 22.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Goes underneath for Bell, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. The first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Darnold on first down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Like 20! Like 20!
Now a play fake. Brady steps away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Looking back to the air on second down. It's Brady. Gets it to Gordon. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for New England. 56 yards. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. This is first and goal from about the 8. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. 54. He's going to get it running right. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. To throw is Brady. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold from the gun. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. That's caught at the 25. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big gain of 39 on third.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Forced out to his left. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now Bell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows of throwing the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Darnold. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Like 20, 390, 59 to
Now they try the right side here, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
20! Like 20!
On play action, now Brady. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Brady sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here's Thomas. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Darnold down to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they are going for it. Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. Throw left side complete. It's Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. Flush to his right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Detroit!
They're going to go. It's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Pats able to cash in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Gone!
To throw is Darnold. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On first down, Darnold. And a hit's Herndon over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. This quarterback now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Again, Darnold going for it all. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. In for the score. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Brady, escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the taunts. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4-down defensive linemen. They feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
On play action, it's Brady. They'll roll him out right. Going to throw right side here, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2. Brady going to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
That's a good job there, creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. He'll go for it. It's Brady. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll go again with Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. No, check, Patriot.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard of at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Back now in Foxborough. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Brady. And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now Brady going up top. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
3 down, these 2. Rip.
Looking back to the air on 2nd down. It's Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And able to find Dorsett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, it's a break. 31. Go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
Ready?
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. As his guys are in for 6, and the Patriots are back within a score. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There are so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Leopard! Leopard! No. Check! Patriot! Patriot!
Again, it's Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Detroit!
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. A give to Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Motion. Mike 51. Detroit.
Montgomery, they'll run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Ty Montgomery unable to get to the marker. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, 66.
Back to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl.